What up, everyone? This is Mr. Lord, Dr. Professor, Dark Joker, with another edition of When, Where, Pick, and Dare, where I pick games for the various games that are occurring tomorrow. Whether it's football, baseball, basketball, basically whatever games I want to pick, I will pick them. With all that being said, on with the video. College football, the Fiesta Bowl. So this is one of the college football playoffs semifinal games. This is between the Miami Hurricanes and the Ole Miss Rebels. Miami has a 57.1% chance to win, and Ole Miss has a 42.9% chance to win. So with this being the Fiesta Bowl, this is well in Glendale, Arizona, so it's not really a home field advantage for either team. So Miami is 10 nation, 12-2 record. Ole Miss is 6 nation, 13-1 record. So this could be a pretty interesting game. So, quarterbacks, you have Carson Beck for Miami, 296 out of 398, 33 13 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Chambliss for Ole Miss, 271 out of 408, 36 60 yards, 21 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So, the yardage and touchdowns are comparable. The interceptions, yeah, Chambliss is definitely has the advantage there. Now, one of the things different is the whole issue with the Opus coaching staff, coaches staff, yeah, with obviously Lane Kiffin leaving and all that, and how, some of the coaches that are going to go to Ole Miss are still with, or going to go to LSU, are still with Ole Miss right now. So yeah, this could be really interesting. Yeah, like this could actually be a good game. Like, so Miami's favored. I'm interested in seeing how this game goes. Like, yeah, I mean, Ole Miss is riding a lot of momentum with, their performances. I mean, so is Miami. I mean, yeah, I mean, I mean, it is hard to say, who, like, will win because of all the stuff with Ole Miss. That is gonna have an effect. It is gonna have an effect. I mean, Ole Miss has still played very well. So yeah, I mean, see if Carson Beck will avenge his former team. And yeah, so obviously, Miami's defense, they've done pretty well. Yeah. So this could be like it's gonna be tough. And I think and hard parts with Pete Golding, how his things are with the defense. How's the defense gonna be coached? I mean, because obviously Goldie, has had struggles at times coaching defense, specifically at Alabama, and now he has to bounce being a head coach over that. So yeah, it is tough to say. Um, like I mean, hmm, with how well Ole Miss has played, I mean, like I, I will say I think Ole Miss will beat Miami tomorrow. College women's basketball. Ole Miss Rebels versus Oklahoma Sooners. Ole Miss has a 24.9% chance to win. Oklahoma has a 75.1% chance to win. This is at Oklahoma. So Ole Miss is 18 nation, 14-3 record. Oklahoma is 5 nation, 14-1 record. So for stats, Oklahoma is more points per game, points against, higher field goal percentage, more rebounds per game, assists per game, blocks per game, and steals per game. So most of these stats are close. The one that's the big difference is the points per game. So that's a 15.9 difference in favor of Oklahoma. So with that and the home field advantage, I think Oklahoma will beat Ole Miss tomorrow. Michigan State Spartans versus Washington Huskies. Michigan State has a 61% chance to win. Washington's a 39% chance to win. This is at Washington. So Michigan State is 15 nation, 14-1 record. Washington is 23 nation, 12-2 record. So for stats, Michigan State has more points per game, points against, higher field goal percentage. Washington has more rebounds per game. Michigan State has more assists per game. Washington has slightly more blocks per game, and Michigan State has more steals per game. So the points per game, that's a big difference. That's a 15.3 difference in favor of Michigan State. So despite all the others are pretty close. So I think despite the home field advantage that Washington has, I think with the amount of points Michigan State scores in comparison to Washington, I think Michigan State will beat Washington tomorrow. NBA. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Cavs have a 43% chance to win. The Wolves have a 57% chance to win. This is at Minnesota. So for injuries, for the Cavs, Wade and Struss are out, and Tyson, Nance Jr., and Livingston are game time decisions. For the Wolves, Sikorsky's a game time decision, and Shannon Jr. is out. So for stats, Wolves have slightly more points per game. Cavs have more points against. Wolves have a higher field goal percentage. Cavs have slightly more rebounds per game and have more assists per game. Wolves have slightly more blocks per game, and Cavs have slightly more steals per game. So a lot of these stats are pretty close. So I think home field advantage is going to be the big thing here. So I think the Timberwolves will beat the Cavaliers tomorrow. And that's it for picks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to my picks. Do you agree with them? Do you not? If you have different picks, you can put them in the comments. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and all that. Thank you for listening, and look forward to the next video.